I think most people out there that watch my videos know that I carry a 357 Magnum, like this 327 Performance Center Smith & Wesson. I think in today's society there's lots of reasons to justify carrying a more competent round like a 357 Magnum or a 10mm, such as terrorists using vehicles as weapons or assailants possibly wearing level 2 body armor. There's lots of good reasons to justify a more powerful round. And because I justify the more powerful round, people quite often ask me, well, what about 44 Magnum? Is there any justification for possibly carrying 44 Magnum? And I'm going to tell you, yes, there is definitely justification for carrying a 44 Magnum. There's a good argument for why there might be good cause to carry 44 Magnum as your everyday carry round. And that reason is, winter is coming. As we know, days are getting shorter, the weather's getting colder, and because of that, we all wear heavier clothing. Now you might say, is it the heavy clothing that you think we need a 44 Magnum for? No, the heavy clothing just makes us able to carry a bigger gun. The real threat is much more sinister than heavy clothing. It's polar bears. Now I know what some of you are already going to say. Polar bears? Well, that might make sense if you live in Alaska or maybe even parts of Canada, but it doesn't make any sense down here in the lower 48. And to those people I say, stop being so naive. We all know that their habitat is shrinking. The ice caps are melting, the ice sheets are becoming uninhabitable for them, so they blame one thing. They blame people. They think it's our fault. You can argue whether it is or not all you want, but they are very scientific minded. They follow the science and they think it's people's fault, and they're going to take it out on us. Now I know a lot of you are saying, well, if that's even true and the bears do come for us, they're not going to come for us in a way that guns are going to work. They're going to infiltrate the banks, maybe take over the stock market and crash our economy and destroy our society that way. And to those people I'm like, that's ridiculous, because they know we're expecting that. And we could stop that by, changing a few simple rules on the stock market for it. We could prevent that from happening. And they're not stupid. They know they had to come up with an ulterior way to take us over. And what they have done is they have infiltrated our fascist organizations, our extremist organizations today. And it's not a matter of when are they coming, it's they're already here. And if you don't believe me, ask yourself, why do these Antifa people wear masks? You always see the main core people wearing these full face masks. Well, the reason is they're polar bears. It's obvious. And it's not just Antifa. It's also the KKK, the white nationalists, etc. The next time you look at a scene from a white nationalist rally, pay close attention and look at those signs. Those are dead giveaways of who's infiltrating their groups and who's spurring on the violence. It's definitely polar bears. Right now, they're just being instigators. They are not even having to lift a paw. They are using our own social divides to tear us apart. But how long do you think they're going to be happy doing just that? Eventually, they're going to be leading the attacks. And if you're being bared down on by a truck or a car and you have to defend yourself through a windshield, well, a 357 Magnum might be great if that person behind the wheel is human. But if that person behind the wheel is one of these white furry devils, you might need a 44 Magnum like this one here. This is a Smith & Wesson 329 PD. 44 Magnum will do everything 357 Magnum and 10mm will do, and then some. It will also take down these fascist, human-hating, agenda-driven bears that are out to destroy our society. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, yeah, but the 44 Magnum has some drawbacks. It's going to have a lot slower follow-up shots. Well, how many times do you think you got to shoot something with a 44 Magnum? Come on. Be real. Let's be realistic here. 1 time's probably going to do it. 2 times, definitely going to do it. So, in today's society, where the bears are definitely against us, and not just because of the environment thing, as we know, most polar bears were Bernie supporters. And in a time where vehicles are being used more and more often in terrorist attacks, the 44 Magnum might not only be justifiable, it might be the best chance that you and your family have to survive the coming bearocalypse.